Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a life update sort of video for you. I wanted to do a video where I just talk. I just kind of sit down and talk to you guys. I don't know how long this will be. Hopefully not terribly long, but I did want to talk to you guys. I just filmed my August favorites and this makeup look for you guys, my everyday go-to, my most recent everyday go-to makeup look. And I thought that I just kind of felt the need to turn on the camera and talk to you. Things change in life, and I know that, and nothing is ever certain. You can't depend on certain things, you know. My son being a senior has been kind of rough so far. He's doing well. It's mom that's not doing so well. I have been having a moment, I guess you would call it. My friend Gina and I, that's what we call it. We call it a moment. My moment has been lasting a pretty good while, though. I know that I've mentioned before some of the things that I deal with medically. I've never done an actual video telling you everything that I've got going on, and I probably won't ever do that. I probably will give you pieces here and there. But today what I wanted to talk to you about is, well, I wanted to talk to you about several things, but today I want to talk to you about anxiety and depression. There are a lot of people on YouTube that talk about anxiety and depression, and they try to explain what it's like to have anxiety and depression. It's one of those things that you can't really describe, actually. The only way that I know how to put it, and I'm being as serious and as descriptive as I can be when I say that a panic attack there's just no other way to put it. When you're having a panic attack, you think you're dying. You feel like you're gonna die, and you start thinking about your life. You start thinking about your loved ones. I even think about my dog. Panic attack and anxiety disorder is really hard to live with. I have been behind the camera instead of in front of the camera a lot more lately because I'm going through a moment. I'm going through a moment with my anxiety and with my depression. There's several things that have kind of set the ball in motion, and it's started rolling downhill and gaining speed. It is overwhelming to have a kid that is in honors classes and having to just trust that they're doing what they need to do. I mean, when grades come in, they're always great. But he's so independent, and I'm such a control freak. I want to know what's going on, and, you know, I kind of push him, and, you know, I'm pushing it more than anything because I want to know what's going on, you know? And he's like, I'm 17, I'm a senior in high school, I've got it. And I'm like, but you don't understand. I'm your mom, and it's my job to make sure that you've got it. And unless you talk to me, you know. And so we talk, more than we did. Sorry about that. He's so freaking independent, and he's so much like his dad. And so he doesn't really give me a lot of information. Sometimes I have to look on Facebook to find out things from other people because he's not a talker. He's never been a talker. I mean, he's just not one of those kids that will come in and sit down with you and talk. He is absolutely not one of those kids that will ever show any emotions. He is a very straight-faced, to the point, let's make this happen, let's do it, let's get it over and done with kind of personality. He just doesn't talk to me. And if he's upset about things, he keeps it in, which I worry about because that's the way his dad is. And, I think about his future, girlfriends, and eventually maybe even a wife. And, I know that not communicating with people can be a real issue. And there's been a lot happening since the beginning of the school year. And, there's been a lot of, I need to check for this, I need to check for that. Are you going to give me money for such and such? We've got to go do this, and we've got to go to I'm going to be on the road 24/7. That's all I hear, And, it's expensive. It's supposed to be a free education, but it's not. I can promise you it's not. Honors classes cost, and I have to pay for him to be in those classes. And now we're at the year where it's all coming into fruition, where I have to purchase the tassels for those classes for him to wear on graduation day. I have to pay the dues to Beta Club because he's going to wear a yellow sash instead of a white one like everyone else. I have to buy that sash, and I have to pay, an extra senior fee here or there, and all those kinds of things. And I'm getting slammed with, I need a check for this, I need a check for that, give me money for here and give me money for there. And if I ask what it's for, it's like, Mom, you should already know this. And I don't, because he doesn't communicate with me. The school is really good about sending out communication. His principal, she's awesome. She sends out an email, and she kind of gives you a rundown of mostly what is going on. And if I have to call the school because I don't understand something, or I don't, like just this week, he had, well, it was actually yesterday, it was the deadline for $30 worth of senior fees. I've already paid $85, and that went towards a graduation robe, his his cap and gown, his diploma, those kinds of things. And then, they wanted $30 more. And I was like, well, what is this for? And, he's like, I just need the money, Mom. I just need the money, and I'm like, I live on a really limited income here. So, I need to know what it's for. And, they're really sweet in the school office. If I call and say, look, I'm sorry to have to ask this, but I've got in my calendar that I'm supposed to send $30 to you guys by the 1st of September. And what is that for? It says senior fees, but I've already paid senior fees, so I don't understand. And they're really good. They tell me, how much things are going to cost and that sort of thing. And we get emails from some teachers that say, you need to pay the class fee, and it's $20 to $30 for the classes, just for their labs, the equipment they need for that class and that sort of thing. And then I have to pay almost $100 for each AP class, because that's what the final test for him to take at the end of the school year, that's what the paperwork for all that costs. But we have to pay it up front. Baseball is getting close, and I spend well over $1,000 on baseball. Well, I shouldn't say I do. His dad and I split that, but it's a lot, and I'm trying to save for his graduation gift, because his graduation gift is really big. And so I'm trying to be really careful about my money. That's why I question things. Um, I finally was forced just to get a credit card, that, I just have a real small limit on it, so that I gave it to him. It's got his name on it, and it's for emergencies only. So if he's out and he runs out of gas, I don't have to worry about him. Does that make sense? Because like there's just so many times when he's not with me, and I don't know if he's going to need something. And so that was sort of like a security blanket for me to do that. And, he calls me and lets me know that he needs it, or that he, can he charge whatever. He asks before he ever uses it. Or if he's out and he calls and we're talking and I'm like, go ahead and use the card towards this, then use your cash towards that. And he'll say, okay, and I just pay it off each month. It's no big deal. I mean, it's a really low amount, and I just pay it off, and it builds my credit. And it gives me peace of mind to know that he has money available to him if I'm not there. Letting go is hard, and I've had to let go more this year than any of the years in the past, and it's really caused my depression and my anxiety to rear its ugly head. There's been quite a few days lately that I've spent the whole day in the bed, because I'm fighting off a panic attack, or, I'm depressed because I feel like that as he gets older and he grows older, that, I feel like there's a divide, and I feel like that divide's getting wider, and that's hard for a mom. I'm divorced. I've made the choice not to date, because I want to focus everything on him. And I feel like my time will come, but I want to focus on him while I have him. And so that's what I'm doing. But at the same time, it's hard giving up the control and the knowing everything that's going on. I mean, I've never been a helicopter parent, if you know what that is. I've never been one of those. I've never had to really, we've just never had to really work with him on homework. We've been very blessed. We've never had to check behind him for homework or those kinds of things. He just did that stuff without fail. He always has turned in his work. He's always done his things that he needs to do. But now that he's more social and he's, has the ability to go anywhere he wants, anytime he wants, I have started questioning, well, did you do your homework? Or do you have any homework? Or, and he does not like me to question him because he's not used to it. We've never had to do it. I've never, maybe once in 13 years of school, have I ever had to sit down with him and look over some work. I mean, we're talking super blessed. He's brought home A's with me never even looking to see what he's studying. I was a teacher. I knew what the course of study was for our state, for his grade. I knew what he was being taught. But I didn't have to check behind him like some parents have to. And so now I have him and myself only to focus on, and the control freak in me has kind of reared its ugly head, and I'm asking more questions. I am trying to be more involved, and he's not used to that kind of thing. So we're butting heads. He's like, I don't understand why you're asking me. You know that I'm going to take care of this. Why? I mean, why are you asking me about my homework? Of course I've done it, you know? And I mean, when you're single and you focus on your child, I mean, like I don't work, so I don't have a job to focus on. Um, I have my dog, I have my son, and I have myself, and I've always put myself last. So, I mean, and it may not appear that way to some people, but I've always put myself last. Always. My son has always come before me. My dog comes before me, for heaven's sakes. But, you know, it's just, I don't have those things in life that everybody else has that distract me and need my attention. And so now I'm focusing on him, and it's foreign to him. He doesn't understand why I'm all of a sudden, you know, needing to know everything. And I need to stop. And I know I do. I need to give him a break. You know, I need to let him just do what he knows how to do. So this is where YouTube and Snapchat and all those things, you know, have come in. I needed something to focus on. And YouTube, making videos, you know, whether it's planning or beauty or whatever, that became such a huge piece of me. As soon as I got started, I was hooked. I loved making videos, and I loved, you know, doing those kinds of things. And I was able to focus on something other than just on him all the time. And it's been a great thing for me. I love making videos. I don't know, you know, sometimes I have thoughts that I'm like, well, should I keep doing it? I try really hard to always respond to comments, and I try very hard to be involved with my social media. But when I have days like where I'm down and I'm fighting off a panic attack and I can't video, and you know, I have way more better days than I have bad days, but I feel guilty if I don't get a video up every day. I feel like that I can't take a day off, and it's because I feel like I owe you guys that. I started this channel, and you know, I'm trying to grow it, and I feel like that the only way I can do that is to be consistent. And so I feel like I owe you guys that. I don't feel like I can be away from the camera at all. But when I'm in the bed and I am in a really bad spot, I also have that feeling of guilt because I feel like I'm not holding up my end of the bargain for you guys. And it makes me sometimes question if I got into something over my head. It made me question just the other day, am I going to make any more videos? Because I don't feel, if I can't give you 100% like I should, And that's the way I am with everything. If I take on something, I give it 100%. And I'm afraid if I can't give you 100%, I shouldn't waste your time. I love doing videos. I love being on YouTube. I love planning. I love makeup. Those are passions of mine. They're my personal passions that have nothing to do with my life as far as my son's concerned or any of those things. I just wonder sometimes if what I'm doing is enough. And it hurts my heart because I feel like sometimes what I'm doing isn't enough. And I feel like I made an agreement with you that, you know, I would... Izzy's right by me. She's whining if you can hear her. When I get down in the depths of my depression and my anxiety and I don't feel like I'm in control, it makes me question some of the things that I'm doing with my life. And I need you guys to let me know, should I keep doing this or not? I'm trying very hard. Even if I don't feel like smiling, sometimes I put on a smile anyway. But I don't know if I'm doing enough for you to watch. I don't know if my content is worth watching. I don't know if I should keep doing it. Because it is a lot of work. Making YouTube videos is not easy. And those of you that do it, you know. But I film a video and then I have to edit. Editing takes a long time for a video. A really short video can sometimes be cut down from an hour to 10 minutes. It takes a long time to edit out that much. So it's, you know, it's very time consuming. And I'm doing it to the best of my ability with what I have to work with, which isn't much. Especially, I mean, there's not a lot to work with up there either. I just don't know if... I guess I'm just sort of I'm in one of those points in your life where you're questioning the stuff you're doing. I'm so passionate about YouTube. I'm so passionate about the planning and sharing with you guys and opening up and talking to you. I'm so passionate about makeup and showing you guys what I've learned or what, you know, I'm doing. Hauling things and sharing it. I'm so passionate about it. But sometimes I just delete the video because I don't feel like it's good enough to put up. Yeah, I'm hard on myself. I am. I've always been a perfectionist and my videos are far from perfection. I mean, I don't know how to use some of the programs that I have the programs to use and I just don't really understand it enough. You know, I've got a printer and a Silhouette Cameo coming and I'm intimidated about that. I'm excited but intimidated at the same time because I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to use it. I mean, it's just, little things like that can get overwhelming for me. And being a perfectionist is not good. Really, it's not. I put so much pressure on myself to do a good job. And I feel bad when a day has gone by and I haven't been on Snapchat I just don't know if I'm doing it right, guys. I don't know if I'm doing it right at all. I just know that I'm trying to share my passions with you guys. I'm trying to share myself with you guys. I've made some incredible friends. I'm just questioning whether or not I should keep doing it. I just don't know if it's good enough. I don't know if I'm good enough. Sometimes I feel like such a failure as a parent, as a person. I just felt like a failure sometimes. I'm having some more health issues that I'm having to deal with that I've never had to deal with as a result of my weight. My weight is out of control. My doctor wants me to lose 100 pounds. Losing 5 pounds for me feels overwhelming. My health is very complicated. There's a lot of things that you don't know. The idea of losing 5 scares the crap out of me. So when you get hit with, you need to lose 100 pounds, I don't even know how I got to the point where I could lose 100 pounds. A lot of it is the medications that I take. A lot of it is not eating right, not taking care of myself, not drinking enough water every day. So I've got a lot going on, and if you're the praying kind, or if you just want to send good vibes, I would really appreciate it. And I would really appreciate an honest, totally honest response from you guys if you want me to keep making videos. I enjoy it. I want to. I just don't know if I should. So if you do want to see more videos from me, I really need you to tell me. I need you to let me know if I'm doing it right, or if there's something I need to change. I'll try to change it. If there's different kind of content out there that you would prefer I do, that you think I'm better suited for, then tell me. I need your advice, I guess. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. Meanwhile, I'm going to upload my favorites video from August, and I'm going to upload the tutorial that I did with this makeup, and I'm going to upload this. I need your advice. I love you guys. I love the people I've met. The people that consistently comment on my videos that are so encouraging and so sweet and positive. You have no idea the impact that that makes on my life. You really don't. But it really does boil down to, is this right for me? So, yeah. Advice is welcome. And I appreciate it. I want you to be honest. You ain't got to be mean. But be honest. If you think this is not for me, then I'll figure out another way to redirect my passions. And that's going to be it, guys. I love you. Take care.